What's going on, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Fulton's Music Reviews. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. This video is going to be dedicated to CD packaging, and this is going to be sort of a rant and sort of a compliment to some artists and distributors, but most of it's going to be kind of a negative thing, which is kind of hard to believe seeing this array of CDs that I have here. And hopefully this is going to start a whole slew of comments, so let's dive right in. So it's all going to start here with Nostradamus by Judas Priest. Now, if you're like me and you still like to buy CDs, you're probably going to want to go for the special deluxe packaging when you can. And when you get, a CD that has all the special packaging, you want the CD to sort of be safe. You want it to be comfortable in this home. Like, this is a beautiful housing for a CD. But quite frankly, a lot of them just aren't very gentle to the CDs. And I think this is a good place to start. A lot of this is going to be kind of random, and I'm filming this with one hand, so please bear with me if I'm shaking the camera everywhere. So, here's the special edition of Nostradamus, and, this is a brilliant packaging. It's hardbound, brilliant artwork, the paper is just awesome. But where the CDs go, it's just this really coarse cardboard sleeve. And the moment that I first took the CD out of it, it scratched the thing to hell, and I knew that I couldn't put the CD back in here. I actually had to put it in this cotton sleeve so that it wouldn't get any more damaged. It just sort of made me, I don't know, not regret buying it, but I really wish that they just paid attention to the CD a little bit more. Same sort of thing goes for these little digipack flipbook things. It's like the CD is just sort of stuck in here with this like abrasive cardboard. Same goes for something like this. I mean, the packaging is awesome. I mean, you have this tri-fold thing with all this great artwork, and you just have this shit sleeve that's gonna damage your CD. I just don't understand how you can make such a great piece of packaging and just have the CD be completely uncared about. Even something like this. I mean, these are promotional sleeves, and I get it. The CD itself isn't exactly gonna be the number one thing on the person's mind. It's that the music gets out there. But even these paper sleeves are better than this coarse cardboard that you find in these digipacks. And that goes for even the special edition ones, like even something like this, where it's like, it comes in, oh, this is hard to do. It comes in these little kind of vinyl replica type things that are numbered, and it's just, every single time you take them out, it's just going to scratch them, and I don't know. And it's not even that I'm buying these just to buy them. I mean, I know I'm going to be upset with them sometimes when I buy them, but a lot of packages are just things that you're going to want to own, like such as something like this. This is the Watershed Special Edition by Opeth, and this is something that's really, really cool. I mean, it's got the gimmick factor, which is something that I kind of like sometimes. I was actually looking up to get this signed, which is something that I'm going to come back to in just a moment. But even this, like, it's such a great looking package, but it has these shit cardboard sleeves that just wreck the CD every single time you put them in and take them out. And even something like this. This is Eric Johnson's latest release, Up Close. I was lucky enough to get this signed as well. What an amazing guy this is. I was so grateful to get this signed. But he kind of did something that pleased me. And he decided to house the CD. I apologize if this is shaking all over the place. In this soft sleeve. It's almost like kind of what you're gonna find a record in the old gatefold sleeves. And the CD is housed very softly in this, and it just goes right in, and it's not gonna damage the CD in any way. So let's step away from digipacks for just 1 second and go to more ambitious territory. So as I said, I'm a fan of sort of gimmick packaging, especially when things are sort of taken out of the covers or something to sort of look into the CD a little bit more. This is I apologize for the glare, the special edition of The Final Frontier by Iron Maiden, and this is in this like aluminum kind of thing. It almost looks like the window to like a spaceship or something. And, you know, this is kind of done right. I mean, I kind of wish there was a little bit more of a package here, but you know, at least it's housed in something that's gonna protect the CD. I mean, it's not like your typical jewel case, but it fits snugly in there. It's protected. It's got some depth in here. So I mean, it's, you know, in the thing, the cover is gonna cover that up, and it's gonna be a little bit protected. But the only thing I have about this is that it doesn't say who the hell it is. You know, people are like, oh, you know, who is this? And I'm like, oh, you can't tell already? But you know, for some people who aren't into metal, it's like, oh yeah, it's Iron Maiden. I don't even know if you can tell anywhere else. Oh, you can kind of tell right there, but you really have to look for it. And obviously, you can't go into a CD package review without, of course, mentioning Tool. Tool always kind of adds the gimmick factor with their you know, CD packaging, but at least this one has like a paper sleeve. This isn't the coarse cardboard that the other ones had. You know, this one, it slips right out very easily, and still to this day it doesn't have a scratch on it. So props to them for not only creating a package that was unique, but also, you know, creating the 3D artwork flip book. Now, there are certain CDs where I really enjoy having the booklet attached to the case, I guess I'll say. But some of them, I really don't. Well, here's another example of sort of gimmick packaging. This is Heritage by Opeth. This is their new CD. So this is got this cool little hologram on it. I really like that. But like most new flip books, the booklet is attached. Now, when you want to go and get something like this signed, you're gonna have a bitch of a time, you know, either carrying this whole damn thing with you, or you're just gonna have to face it and, you know, do it and, you know, have it be in this clunky thing. Now, usually when I get something signed, I'm going to have the intention of putting it in a frame eventually. And obviously something that's this thick isn't going to fit into a frame very easily. So sometimes I'm going to have to go out and buy the regular version of it to get it signed. You know, I could just take the booklet out and get that signed. Same thing goes for some Porcupine Tree releases. You know, I have the special edition booklet of this, which also comes in those shit paper sleeves, which I'm really surprised Steven decided to put them in something like that, which I will get to at the end of this video. So I, you know, went out and got the regular CD, which I was lucky enough to get signed by the entire band, including John Wesley. What a great day that was. So you could just take it out and that'll go into a frame very nicely. But sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and get, you know, the whole damn thing signed. You know, this was a bitch to carry around, but, you know, I got it. No, this is not a video for me to show off my autograph collection. I just grabbed a couple things that I knew would be of use. It's like special edition packaging I really kind of enjoy, like especially like with Rush's Snakes and Arrows. They at least learned something with this one. It's in a digipack sort of thing, but it's got the plastic housing for the disc. If anyone knows what these are actually called, please correct me. But at least with this one, the booklet slides in and out easily. With something like the Flying Colors release, your booklet is shoved so tightly into this that it just, I mean, I can't even put all the CD's weight on it to get that to come out. And when it finally does, you'll notice that it's got this, the whole booklet is like folded in half because it's just shoved in there so tightly, and it, I don't know, it just kind of sucks. You know, if you're gonna make a digipack, at least, you know, put the plastic on it. Make sure that you can get the damn, I can't even get this back in. At least make sure that you can get the booklet back in. But at least with something like this, you know, you're getting your double disc thing. I know I'm skipping around a lot, but you can also, you know, you can take the CD out, you know, very easily, or the CD booklet out very easily. I'm tired, so I'm messing up a lot of these words here. And then there you go, and it slips in nice. It's ironic that Mike Port and I worked on both of these projects. Even with something like this, like with these double disc CDs, I really enjoy when some bands sort of go above and beyond and just create something that not only houses the CD in a safe and gentle way, you know, but they also find a way to implement extended artwork, and they're able to, you know, leave you with the CD booklet if you want to take it out. Now that doesn't mean that I am against every CD packaging that has a booklet bound to it. And here's a prime example of it. You know, for something like this is Baroness's new double LP, and with something like this, you know, again, it's in this, you know, cardboard sleeve. But again, this paper is awesome. A little bit different than the Nostradamus book, but this is a kind of thing that you kind of want to be in a book. I mean, this isn't exactly a thin booklet. So when it's bound like that, you know, I have no intention of, you know, of wanting the booklet to be taken out because, you know, it's done right. Yet sometimes you get these flip open cases that don't have a booklet in it at all. I love this album, but, you know, I wish I had the lyric booklet. I mean, I found the special edition, but you didn't supply me with the lyric booklet. What's up with that? So let's go back to plastic cases for a second, because this is going to be a little bit interesting. Remember these guys? Yeah, these fat, chubby cases that they, I guess they used to call them. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that we don't see too many of these anymore. I'm going to put this over there. Yeah, these things were just goofy. I mean, I'm glad that we've moved on into bigger and better things, but, I mean, at least the CDs were kind of safe. You know, and the booklet was just sort of, you know, sat in here. Oh yeah, I think, yeah, I got Buck Dharma to sign that one day. But then there's this, like, clumsy thing in the middle, which, I don't know. I mean, if you're going to release a double album, why have so much wasted space? I mean, I know some of them are, like, triple and quadruple albums that go in these things, but I don't know. It's just, you know, it's amazing how far we've come when we see something like these double albums. Where, actually, I'll just use this one for now. So, this is Iron Maiden's A Matter of Life and Death. which I'm gonna have a tough time getting this out of here. Not to mention, I hate when companies decide to post CDs in these cardboard sleeves that don't offer anything different than the actual packaging. You know, it's the same friggin' thing on both sides. It's just I don't understand. Like, what's the point of having that? I like when when bands offer a different thing on the other side, like this. Even though the original cover of this album got banned, and they even covered it up on the inside, which I thought was pretty funny. But at least they offer a different side of the artwork, or at least having an artwork be underneath one of these cardboard sleeves, so when you take it out, you get to see everything that's underneath. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I know I'm kind of going on a tangent here, but there's a good reason for this. Even on the new Periphery album, like the CD booklet is the regular paper that you see, but at least oh come on, they could have at least made the front cover a little bit more durable, because the first time I opened this, it tore the P open, so I had to kind of tape that. So please, if you're gonna do something that's like a little bit cool, where it kind of like shows you a limited view and then you're opening it up, sorry for the glare, make sure it's gonna be something that's gonna stand the test of time and not rip open. But anyway, yeah, so these double discs that we've grown to see, which are the width of a regular jewel case, but they flip open. But this one, this one looks like it went through a battlefield. Sometimes they don't make these things as durable as they can, and the little stupid things break off them. I mean, maybe it's kind of cool that it happened with this album, but no, I hate seeing this thing get all destroyed. I mean, it even happened on the top. I don't even know how this happened. I take good care of my CDs. Now, as I said, I had a pet peeve when I couldn't find the lyric booklet in the special edition of Smashing Pumpkins Zeitgeist. But what I really love when bands decide to take the lyric booklet to a whole nother level. Now, this album by The Tangent that got released a couple of years ago, entitled Not As Good As the Book, was a really, really cool play on words, because there was the album, which was a double album, but the lyric, actually, no, there's a lyric booklet in here. There's the regular, lyric booklet, but then it comes with the book. It's not as good as the book. So, is the album better than this book? No. Actually, I like this book better than the album. But I guess the guy who made this, Andy Tillison, he knew what he was doing. But the album isn't bad by any means. It's actually quite a great science fiction prog saga, a double album too. So, but the book is really cool. It's got a lot of prog humor in there. I can't really say that the book is better or not, but it's they're both good. And the same thing with Scott Walker's The Drift, which is one of the strangest albums ever made, which I will be doing a review of this at some point, so please look out for that. The lyric booklet is, just the lyric booklet this time. This isn't a secondary thing. Is housed in this really thick cardboard paper booklet. In fact, the insert for the CD is just a cardboard. If you can see that, it's just a thin cardboard sheet that goes in there to kind of take the place of where the lyric booklet would go. And even some bands release full books with their albums. This is Coheed and Cambria's Year of the Black Rainbow, which came with the full novel. I'm running out of room here. So you have this, cardboard housing, that you see in most box sets. But then you have the CD housing itself, which kind of mimics the Nostradamus case a little bit. I, for some reason, didn't put these CDs in another place, but it's in a very similar fashion to the Nostradamus case. But at the same time comes with the novel Year of a Black Rainbow that Claudia wrote with Peter David, and you know, this is legit full-out novel. So, bravo for that packaging. So, where do I want to go now? The probably one of the biggest gripes I have with any CD is when the packaging itself completely diminishes your listening experience. At least with something like with this, with the book, your listening experience is enhanced tenfold with all the other things that come along with it. But with something like this, yes, we all know this album. Metallic is Death Magnetic. You know, I'm all for innovative packaging and whatnot, but when you have literally parts missing from the book, from the booklet, you know, what if I wanted to know the lyrics to My Apocalypse? I can't see any of those words. You know, and it only gets kind of worse as it goes on. Even the songs aren't even in the right order. My Apocalypse is the last song of the album, not the first. Like, none of these songs are in the right order. But, this is the only funny part of this whole thing. This is the only redeeming factor of having this, because this little face is kind of funny to play with. They even have a page for the instrumental track. That's a wasted 2 pages where they could have done something else. But, I mean, another thing. I'm all for recycling, but when I see this ridiculous spiral of text obstructing my art, that just kind of annoys me. You know, I'm all for recycled packaging. For example, the latest Cynic release is all, in fact, I think yeah. They make a huge deal about this being 100% recycled cardboard, which is really cool. You know, got nothing against that, and at least they do a good job with the packaging. But it's not like they have that imprint, you know, where this artwork goes. So props to Cynic once again for doing another proper CD release with this one. Not to mention it's a great record too. You know, over the years we've seen a lot of, you know, CDs being, or the CD cases rather, being made out of different materials. Like even this Alien Love Child CD is kind of in this weird black plastic. I have no idea what this kind of a case is called, but it's in this weird black plastic. It's not even like a DVD case, but it's kind of interesting, you know. Kind of futuristic looking, I guess. It's one of the only other CDs that I've seen in this kind of packaging. You know, and then there's these Super Jewel cases, I believe they're called. These are pretty cool. You know, again, I'm not a fan of, you know, the sleeves being the same artwork as the regular CD underneath, but I guess this is sort of, you know, extended a little bit. It's, you know, it's not like it's cut off here or whatever, but these things have like the lock clip on the side, which is, you know, really gonna keep your CDs safe, and they're housed very, very deep in the plastic, so I think you can even fit 2 CDs with how high that is. And it really keeps a good hold on the lyric booklet. This is one of the inserts, but the lyric booklet underneath there is held really tightly in place. It even clicks, and it's got these rounded edges, so you're not going to have the cracking and splitting that you usually have with some CDs. I mean, I don't, you know, these little these little ends break off, as all of you know. Now, I know I've been very, very negative with some of these releases, but let me go into my top picks when it comes to a CD's packaging, and how I think all CDs should follow in their footsteps. So, I'm going to look at two things right here. One is Gojira's latest release, L'Enfant Sauvage. I don't speak French, so I apologize if I mispronounced that. And Creator's Phantom Antichrist, which you know I just did a review on. And I know I mentioned something about the artwork briefly in that video, but this is going to be a little bit more of an extended version of that. So I'm going to try to get both of these in frame here for this one. Now, Creator's album was released on Nuclear Blast, and Gojira's was on Roadrunner Records. Now, this isn't going to be a contest on which record label has the better packaging, but I am going to say something about each one at the end. Now, again, it's got the cardboard packaging, but the CDs are held nicely in the plastic, so no abrasive envelopes. And you can take the artwork out of here, which I think is really, really nice. And it fits nicely in there. And it's got, a little bit of extended artwork. But, honestly, I love this album. I love the packaging on this album. But I think it's a little bit dull. When you have the option of totally covering the case from head to toe with various little artworks here and there, creating a second cover art, as I said in the Creator review, where underneath everything there's just something different, really adds an element of surprise, and also just creates this eye candy that is just totally awesome. The artwork for this album is just incredible. Just something on every page, just something around every corner. But also, what I really enjoy about the Creator case, and even this, I don't know, I shouldn't be comparing it. It's just different bands' logos, different bands' ideas. So, kind of the artwork doesn't exactly matter. But I wish that Gojira used their space a little bit more wisely. But if you can see here, this packaging doesn't really have much of a gloss on it, like this one does. You probably can't possibly see what I'm talking about here, but there's these high gloss finishes on these new Nuclear Blast releases that I think are just really, really awesome. The new Meshuggah album is actually the same way. I should have brought that down, but oh well. But it just, this is a little bit water resistant. This would just kind of bleed right through, but this is a little bit water resistant. I don't know what the point of having it be so glossy is, but honestly, this album takes the cake in terms of everything. And you know how much I love this album, but the artwork on this is just freaking awesome. Now, finally, let me get to the finale of this video, which I've been really excited to talk about. Now, I understand that a lot of bands aren't going to be able to do something like this. Now, if anyone had any idea as to what this is Steven Wilson's very, very first solo album, where he decided to release a special edition book version of it. Now, this is just felt, it's got inlays, this is quite heavy actually, and quite hard to take care of, but once you understand what went into this and what this entails, you'll understand why it's a big deal. Now, I was actually lucky enough to get this signed as well. Now, as you can see, I don't have the CDs in here. That doesn't mean that this is a awful housing for the CDs either. In fact, this is one of the best housings for a CD that I've ever seen. These are CDs that I actually listen to quite a lot, so instead of taking them in and out. And I didn't want to damage the packaging by shuffling rather the case around. I wanted to kind of keep it safe on a bookshelf where I wouldn't have to touch it too often. And we all know what these look like. But yeah, it does a great job. This is just brilliant what he was able to accomplish with this CD. This is hard to do. But, where is he? There he is. And, you know, this also had the DVD on the other side, which I also just watched recently. And he followed that up with a second solo album, which he also released in the same way. A little bit more of an inlay, as you can see, but I like to keep this as pristine as I can. And I also got that signed as well. So if there's going to be any sort of packaging that I want bands to strive to do more, it's going to be something like this. I mean, I understand that this is going to be a huge funding dilemma for many bands. You know, they only release so many of these because they're extremely expensive to make. But, you know, some bands, they offer funds online where it's like they pitch in any amount of money, you get a discount on the album when it comes out, but something like that. But or at least take notes from something like this where it's like, you know, if you want the CD to come out, you know, or you want the CD booklet to come out, I can't remember why I keep doing that. You can do that. So yep, so that's gonna do it for this. This is probably going on very, very long, but I kind of had to rant a little bit, so I think I got to just about everything. I guess I skipped a couple over here, but yep. And please let me know what you think. Do you have any sort of do you have any similar feelings about some of this stuff? Do you think that I'm completely looking too much into these things and complaining too much and nitpicking too much? Please let me know, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.